Hello, and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your Daily Bite of Degen, episode number 622, coming to you live from somewhere, nowhere, New York this time. We've had an amazing day. There's a lot of stuff sort of going on behind the scenes with a lot of different projects. So really sort of happy to see everyone building out. Want to shout out real quickly, take a moment, shout out to Mob Studios, Mob's PFP. Sort of really, it takes a lot for a founder to sort of step away from a dual baby, having two babies, an NFT, PFP, community project, and running a business, Mob Designs. And so not only taking the time to find from within the community leaders, not just one, but two leaders to take on the PFP community project, which is infected Mob, and the entire affected family, all into just Mob Designs, Mob Studios, and then just taking the reins on the business side of things. That takes a lot of effort. So huge shout out to the Mob fam. This transition is going to be really interesting to see. Check out their Discord and their Twitter, as they covered a lot of good things. Within that, this is a process. So how's the community going to take it? When you're pulling from within the community, obviously those leaders are already have a lot of friends and, already answer a lot of questions and people look to. So pulling from within your own community is an amazing aspect. And one of the great things that we see in Solana so often, it's the community that comes together to either save, derug, or help a project keep going, because sometimes these things get bigger than what we're planning for. We just want to do something cool, like share a story, share a design, get something out there, want to accomplish one thing, succeed at it, and then what the heck do we do after that? To keep that going, we rely on our communities. And so it was really amazing to see this come. I know this has been in the works for a minute. And so really good that we can finally talk about it publicly and stuff like that, and see a lot going on. We've also seen a huge outpour of support within the degens and Utes community, of them bridging back over to Solana. I think last I saw over 3,000 degens have come back, and an awful amount of Utes, and it's really cool to see different projects that are native within the community sweep the floors, and whether bridging them themselves or pulling them off as soon as they get over to Solana. We get to sort of show that even if you go somewhere else for a little bit, when you come back, your family, this is something that I wish would open up a little bit on people's minds, that just because someone goes to a different chain doesn't, they just need to do a different thing. There's so much building out there within the L2s, the L3s. Don't get me started on these L7s. Even Solana. If you look at Sonic is building out an L2 on Solana. And I had the nerve to ask the founder of Sonic why. He's a great answer, and we hope we're planning on having him on the show so we can talk with some of the founding team members of Sonic and what they look to be and provide the Solana ecosystem. They want to take something great and make sure that there is space to continue doing something amazing. And we're seeing some really cool progress come up with Fire Dancer. And, my Anarchy finger is just getting trigger happy, waiting for Zen to come to Solana. Everyone thinks it's bogged down now. Wait till you have one person spamming the network with 13,000 wallets. That will be an interesting aspect. Times that by 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people. This is going to be fun. My let it burn mentality is sort of coming out in me. That means the number one thing I have to be ready for is I have to get into positions that I want to hold for a minute. You should too. That's going to be my number one bit of advice, other than our words of wisdom at the end of the show, is get ready for Solana to sort of stop. Not chain pausing, not breaking, but just have so many transactions because so many people are attempting to do transactions on Solana. So what it's really going to do, it's going to teach you to hold. That's one of the funnest things that this is going to do when Zen comes, when we have Soul Zen. We'll see where your diamond fingers really are, or if they're diamond hands, or if you paper, So, and if you need help selling something during that time, happy to point you in the direction of Soulflare and what they're doing with their wallet as they build out a lot of cool different things. So just be ready for this. This is going to be the really fun time. But today we wanted to break down some of the stuff going on on Ethereum and Arbitrum. And so we were going to sort of start off with talking about Morpheus AI, which actually has TGE. What is it? 3 days, 1200 UTC, May 8th. What? I don't even know what time that is. What time is that? Hold on 1 second. Let me get out my UTC clock. If you don't have a UTC clock, what are you even doing with your life? Where is my UTC clock? There's my UTC clock. My time buddy. So 1200 UTC on the 8th. That is 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope you're ready for 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 8th, because that is when the TGE token generation event, goes on chain for Morpheus for the More 20 token on Arbitrum. How do you get the More 20 token? Oh, thanks for asking. What, it's a really easy piece. It's a stake. It's not something that you're giving up. You get your stake back. Lock is 7 days from your last deposit. So technically, I think I can unstake right now, or maybe I think I have to wait a day to unstake. But every time you stake again, it resets for 7 days because you're one account. You're not multiple accounts. And so the reason why is because it's your money. Your money is pooled together with your money. It is not. It is kept siloed from other people's money. So it's not pooled together. So individually, so far, there is over almost $500 million worth of staked ETH going in to the More 20 launch for Morpheus AI, because we're really pushing forward on the decentralization aspect of AI, keeping AI open for anyone to be able to use. Sort of the same principles that we have within blockchain. Permissionless, meaning you don't need the permission of a third party to access it. Decentralized compute power is becoming going to be one of the biggest next tech battles. We're going to see this on a governmental level of limits. We already see that within India, limiting the amount of GPUs that you can have access to or use at one time, unless you have special governmental permits. And I think I heard that they only have 3 of those permits out of like the 300,000 that have been submitted. And they were all given to other government entities. So possibly they're even denying them within their own government, which is an interesting aspect. And so I want to take a quick moment to shout out to all the builders and everyone that's doing something within AI, within decentralized compute. And I want to thank everyone that's joining us on LinkedIn, Player One Taco YouTube, 0x Degens YouTube, Twitch, Telegram, Discord, Rumble, Kick, Twitter Spaces, Twitter Video, and on-chain via live peer on Unlonely. Never be unlonely again. And always shout out to the builders. I see you, builders, hopping in. So I'm actually going to just, You don't let me send you any emojis, Kish or Builders, but I see you guys. Thank you for raiding. I see you, Atlas, as well. Lifted, Sweep, and 0x, all there. So if you guys are joining us on screen at the top, we are looking at Morpheus AI, and we are going to put them into the comments so you can find their Twitter directly. And then I'm going to show you two of their main pages. And the biggest thing with them is it's a community-led project. So there's not like, there are some people that, sort of have the face of it, like David Johnson, and then we see like the teams behind 6079. We see some other things happening as well. But what's really, really cool, what's really, really big there is we're going to be seeing more community members take place. And so if you saw, this is one of those things that I really want to showcase. If you saw the screen image for this video, it is this picture right here. Decentralized open source AI has 4 pillars: community development, transparency, flexibility, and innovation. The open source approach allows developers from all over the world to collaborate and to contribute to the development of AI software. This creates a sense of community and helps in building trust in the technology. One of the big pieces within this is that open source thought process behind development of AI. And instead of these closed box situations that we see, where we don't actually know how it works, what the bias is, we don't know what it's being told to tell us, rather than is it giving us the best information, and so is it giving us information that has been biased, and do we know what that bias is? And so transparency, as we were saying, open source AI allows for users to access and review the code, which can help identify and fix vulnerabilities or errors in the code. Not only that, but it also, we talk about doing your own research, but being able to know what's going on underneath the hood. Remember the days when you used to be able to change out pretty much every single part of your car by yourself? Now, just to change the battery, you actually have to pull the engine out on some cars, which is hilarious. Flexibility. Open source AI platforms allow developers to customize and modify the software to suit their specific needs, making it more flexible than proprietary AI solutions. So the idea behind this isn't just one magic AI that does it all, because that's going to be one of the hardest things in most compute resource using. But AI agents, you have AI working for you. One of the really cool things right now that we're doing over at Manifest is we're doing some team ideation stuff. And what it really comes down to is the idea that, and I'll butcher this, but I'm going to explain it in my own words, that economic freedom is an absolute, and it is the basis of everything moving forward and you having a choice. If you do not have economic freedom, if you do not have the power and the opportunity to choose, all other options are false flags in a way. Behind that, one of the things that Manifest and the Lifted Initiative, which is behind the scenes on Morpheus, really put forward is that the technology allows anyone to have that choice when they want it. So not just one of these like, oh, I'm going to let you have a choice right now. You need to take this red pill now. This is your only chance. Or you're going to forever take the blue pill. You get to choose when you want to have this red pill, and it will always be there for you. Not this biasness of, and stigmatism like, oh, you're too lame to understand what's going on in Web3. Well, sorry. No, just because you're happy with the way your life is right now doesn't mean that Web3 is for you or isn't for you. But it's still going to be here for you when you're ready for it. And that's the same idea within AI, is that you're going to be able to have that choice. It's going to be there, whether you're using it or not. It's going to be working there in the background. And we'll talk about some of the use cases that are coming up too later on in the show. Let's talk about them now. Some of the funniest things that I've seen, we have Samsung integrating their AI into the dishwasher, the same AI into their dishwashers, into their phones, and into your ovens. So your phone knows when your oven is going, and then what, I don't know, does it prep the dishwasher because it knows what type of pans you're using in the oven to cook with? I don't know why the dishwasher needs an AI, but it's got it. But one of the big things we've seen recently come out in the news is the UAE, United Arab Emirates. I've just been saying Dubai so much. UAE has now decided to become a central hub for AI. They're integrating AI and different AI projects into their government. Different AI, and what's really hilarious is they're not using one AI to do it all. They're using different AIs for different projects within infrastructure building, within food and transportation, growth, medical care. Even it's amazing. Really cool. Really huge shout out to the entire UAE government on moving forward in this technology future that we're all sort of here, whether we want it to be or not. Because, you know, as we like to say, AI is going to be the last real thing that humans develop. After that, everything is going to be developed with AI in some way, shape, or form, or because of AI, and will have a bias built into it. So AI is might be the last real thing we fully truly build. So let's do it right. And that's where that flexibility comes in. Open source AI platforms allow developers to customize and modify the software, and making it more flexible than proprietary AI solutions. So having individual AI agents that work for you, it's flawless. You don't need one to do it all. You have one that might help you pick which ones you need, but then you're having specific tasks being done for you. Innovation. Open source AI can be a breeding ground for innovation, as developers can experiment with new ideas and share them with others in the community. This can lead to creation of new and better AI technologies. The biggest awesome thing with this is you got to remember, public usage of AI started about 14 months ago. Now it's being built into everything. But there's been people that have been building this, tweaking it for decades. You know, one of my friends, Sean Barger from CPU Coin, Distributed Compute Power, he's been building his project, his current project, CPU Coin, for 6 years, doing amazing things on distributed compute power, with right now over 185,000 node operators, people that are running a little bit of time, you know, sparing a little bit of their GPU or their CPU so that tasks can be run on visual AI learning and image generation. So there's a lot of cool things going on. Let's see what's going on. But like I said, today we're going to be showing you about how to get in on this token. So this isn't a when price goes up. This is, you can be as much of a fair launch as anything. The best way, I think, to have a fair launch is the most people know about it as possible, because then you have a choice to get into it or not. Why is this a really cool thing? I don't really talk tokens too much. This is why I talk about this one, because I'm staking ETH. That's it. Just like I'm staking my Lido ETH, and I can pull my ETH out anytime. Instead of with Lido ETH, instead of me getting my emissions myself and thus compounding my position, my staked ETH emissions are going to the liquidity pool for more 20 token that's going to be launching on Arbitrum. So next up, what I wanted to sort of show you real quick is more.org. And as you can see, you can get there directly from the Twitter page, and we've already posted that Twitter up there. But mor.org, that is where that's at. And we're going to go to that fair launch. And so from here, you have a couple things. You can download client, you can connect your wallet, and we're going to show you directly from the fair launch and from the dashboard as we're going to connect our wallet. We've been talking for so long that we have to unlock our wallet again. So we're going to go over to Ethereum. We're going to connect our wallet. And as you can see here, it has actually started to go down a little bit because people are getting ready. They've gotten their token amounts, and they are getting ready for this. We can see here what this has looked like over, since February. This is at just the month of February, how much they climbed to almost $500 million worth of staked ETH. So once again, that's staked ETH that people can pull out at any time, and people, did it. We got to see them doing it. What that means is that there's more tokens distributed to everyone else because there's a set amount of tokens that are distributed each day. So the less people that are staking, or the less ETH that are staked means a bigger distribution to other individuals. So if there's pooled ETH, there's a certain amount of tokens and it's distributed to the ETH. Less ETH in the pool, bigger distribution for you. So as you can see here, claim is locked until 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, like I was saying. So from here, my withdrawal is locked until May 2nd. So I could withdraw that if I want. But what's going to happen is I'm going to deposit more ETH. And so what I have to do first is how to receive staked ETH. So I have to go get Lido ETH. And so we're gonna do this. We're gonna connect our wallet. And this is how quickly we get to it. So we connect. Oh, there it is. What is Gwei at? Do anyone know what Gwei's at right now? Gwei's at 4. Oh my gosh. All right, so we're gonna stake 0.2. Actually, I'm gonna reject that. I'm gonna do 0.22. That's what I want to do. And as you can see, that's going to cost me $1.40. And from here, we can sort of see how quickly you're able to take that staked ETH. And I'm only actually going to be staking 0.11 because I got something else I have to do with that other 0.11. So we're going to go back. Now that we have our staked ETH, we're going to disconnect, just because that's how we like to clean things up. And we are going to deposit. So we can do our max, but we have to refresh over here first. Now you can see. So we could deposit our max 0.22. Instead, we're going to do 0.11. And we're going to deposit that. And so this cost us $2.95. So all in all, so far right now, it's cost us about $4 in ETH, staking it into Lido, and then staking that Lido, that stETH, into the more 20. So success. Right now, we have 0.5476 more tokens. So we have half a token that we're able to claim come May 8th. So we are trying to get to that full token. There's a couple different things that are coming online from day 1 or day 2 of if you have a full token. So right now the estimated price per token is around $65 of where it's starting. And you got to remember, one of the big things that they're wanting to really limit the price movement so that it doesn't spike and then it's always down from there. So there's some really cool things coming into play. some delayed gratification requests. It's really interesting, some of the mechanics that are coming into play to help make this such a successful launch, working with a ton of exchanges. I'm just super excited for this. You should be too. So as you can see right now, I have 1.231 staked ETH. In 7 days from now, I can pull all of that ETH out, that 1.231. There's no penalties, no nothing like that. I'm just not earning the rewards on that Lido staked ETH. If I had kept that LST, instead of that coming to me or going into my stake, and recompounding, that is going to Morpheus into the smart contract, which will then get automatically split into the community pool, LP pool, when the token launches on Arbitrum. So some really cool stuff is happening. Some really smart people built some amazing contracts. A lot of audits have been done from reputable companies, and they're still being done. And it's open source, so people can contribute, help out with the code, audit the code, or pull it apart, find something wrong, keep others safe. So super happy with what's been going on here. So as that is how quickly and how easy someone can stake their ETH with Morpheus. One of the things that I wanted to show you from one of the other sides of the community is Moorlord. So this actually sort of shows you all of, and we're going to share this, the Moor dashboard, which is just moor.org. As well. But Moorlord, what we wanted to show you is community-driven project that has all the data about the Moor 20 tokens so far. So we can sort of see what our daily accrual is. Obviously, it's on a roughly on a 16-year curve for full distribution. What different weight looks like and what that does to you. Daily accrual and balance so far in the community pool, the compute pool, and the protection pool. So protection pool is 4%. Everything else, capital code, community, and compute all get 24%. So some really cool stuff is happening there. So as we can see right now, currently there's $355 million worth of staked ETH, roughly $10.7 million. Yielded so far right now 58,000 in that for today as the daily accrual. So pretty cool stuff happening there. We have some different weight processes happening within the code pool, community pool, as well as the compute pool and the protection pool. And so you guys can sort of see from my piece, community weights, code weights. I have a 30,000 putting into some of the stuff within the code. Capital stake, more. So right now, 13.4249 more tokens earned. I'm earning roughly 2.04 more per day. So, put in a little bit of effort. That's all I'm asking. It's going to go a long way. You're going to have it. It's really easy. That's all I got to say. So as you can see here from capital, we're earned 0.5 more. With deposits from code, I've earned 12 more. With 30,000 weights, earning today 2.01 more. And then I'm working on some community goals too, hopefully with some of these videos. But because I'm so heavy in it, really I want to see what you're creating for the Morpheus community. What are you doing to sort of red pill others? I don't know. That sounded cheesy, didn't it? It did. I apologize. Please forgive me. Let me take a breather after that cheesy line. Whew. I have wiped the cheese off the table. Okay, so outside of trying to tell people to red pill them, that just sounds bad. If I wasn't talking to a whole bunch of Luddites, no one would know what the heck I'm talking about. I just sort of love how dense we are in the head in Web3. I saw, a meme today. I think it was like just a classic guy of just like eating chips as, things went from bad to worse. Traders are going crazy, schools are being, let out, and who knows what's going on. Guys just eating chips. Another funny thing that's going on today within the Solana ecosystem, some cool stuff within Hawksite. So go see some of the newest boards that are being put up there, and OX People as well. I posted some invite codes out for OX People, cool little SocialFi app on graphing out your social connections via wallets. So see what you're doing in the broader community and stuff like that. You might learn some interesting things of who you're doing the same thing with. You might never know. It's really awesome to see builders building. And I want to shout out, as we continue to build new things, I want you to have a great time. So some really fun things going on. So let's disconnect from that. Like I said, always work to disconnect, have a good day. So we're going to wrap it up here. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. Big room, as we've talked about Morpheus AI, what's coming out. Get ready for this. And remember, that's just a token going live. You can still stake and earn token. You will still earn token. Why? Because you're still participating. You are actively participating and putting your money to work, meaning defeats the Howey test. You're not working on behalf of, you're not sitting back and expecting to make something on behalf of the work of others. You're working. Your money is working for you. So some really cool things there. And the marketplace is building out. Expect a revamped UI over the next couple of days as well, getting ready for that Morpheus AI launch. May 8th, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be live on that day as well. We might be doing our own space. We might be joining in on some other spaces. It's going to be a fun day. You're going to see some really cool projects. So get ready. So remember, the token's going to be on Arbitrum. Why? Because there's a lot of transactions that are going to be happening within the AI agents working on the More 20. And we have a couple different projects that are launching using the same More contract of community power, I guess you could say, which is an amazing play, amazing piece. So really excited to see how this takes off, where I don't just randomly send ETH to an address and hope I get something back. I'm putting into a smart contract code that I've looked at. You can too. Others have as well. And see what's going on. So I want to thank everyone for joining us today. And as we end this space, we're going to end it with two things, the same two things that we end every episode with, our words of wisdom and the best, worst knock joke on the face of the planet. I want to thank everyone for joining us for TacoBytes, your Daily Bite of Degen, episode 622, as we were talking about Morpheus AI. We might have a really cool guest on tomorrow. We've been bugging him for a while. So huge shout out to Hardy if we're able to get you. Our schedule's synced up tomorrow to have you on. Get ready for us at Next Block Expo as well in Warsaw. That is where we are going to be next. So we will see you there. This is going to be an amazing time. But our words of wisdom are always the same. Closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth, meaning if no one knows you're looking for opportunity, opportunity can never come a knocking. If opportunity does come knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. With that, we shout out. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on, like I said, LinkedIn, Player One Taco YouTube, 0x Degens YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, Kick, Telegram, Discord, Twitter Spaces, Twitter Video, and on-chain via live peer on Unlonely. Love doing this stuff. We will see you tomorrow. Same bat channel, different bat time, obviously, consistently inconsistent. Huge shout out and love to Liam. And we will see you all tomorrow. But as we end with the same things. Are you ready? Knock, knock. Who's there?